Majestic Sounds.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Cowboy Nation, y'all already know who it is. Welcome to the Gridiron Sports Podcast. I am your wonderful host, Majestic Sounds. Cowboy Nation, y'all should already know. For those of you who may have been on the rock or just been busy watching the NBA or watching movies or Netflix, the Dallas Cowboys have went ahead. They went on and did it. They put the franchise tag on George Pickens. Now listen, I already told you guys, I'm cool with the franchise tag being put on a player so you can negotiate a long-term contract. So you can tell said player, hey, we want you here. We love what you brought to the table this past season. We want you to stay right here. This is what the tag is for. No, now, Cowboy Nation, Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboy front office, you don't want him to play on that tag. That's just too much money. You can't do anything with it. You're throwing money down the drain, and Dallas is known for it. You don't want a player to play on a franchise tag that's going to pay him $28 million at one time. You can't spread it out. You can't put any void years behind it. You can't turn it into a signing bonus. It is what it is, baby. You got to pay that lump sum all at one time. So you don't want to do that. We already experienced that with Tony Pollard, $14.5 to $15 million at one time. That's money gone down the drain. And you see what happened with that situation. Even your franchise quarterback, Dak Prescott, what in the world is my quarterback playing on a franchise tag? That says a lot about the team. You need to get your house in order. Why don't you put that down in the chat? Get your house in order. You gotta prioritize so you can maximize. Put that in the chat. You gotta prioritize so you can maximize. Well, hold on. I'm gonna tell you what that is. First of all, it's the truth. Let's go ahead and get that button going, because that's the truth.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
See, it's the truth, and let me tell you what I mean by that. If you stay in front of the contracts, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You got to stay ahead of the game. Why? It's just like playing in a game. Why are you always playing from behind? You need to be ahead sometimes. And the Dallas Cowboys front office never are ahead. We always playing from behind. We got to spend all this money because we wait until the end to pay for it. That's what you don't want to do. So Cowboy Nation, our defense sucked to death this past year. We're going to have to dance around in free agency. I get it. As I previously stated, people don't dance no more. All they do is this. But baby, we got to dance in free agency. Our defense was bottom of the league. Toe up from the floor. Shot to the curb. You got to spend money to make money, baby. Don't worry about making headlines. Don't worry about that. Making the headline is not guaranteed you're going to make the Super Bowl. Put that in the chat too. Just put that down in the comments. It's not a guarantee if you make the headlines that you're going to the Super Bowl. But one thing you can do is dance around in free agency. One thing you can do is make some moves in the draft. One thing you can do is work on some trade acquisitions. Now you're talking. Now you're cooking with oil, baby. Now you can make some noise. But if you ain't willing to spend no money, you ain't going nowhere. You're going to be sitting at home again with a good offense and no defense. So you got to spend some money on the defensive side of things. And you got to keep what you got in-house. So get that long-term deal together. Now, I'm glad you went on the page of Javonte Williams. Great. That was good. But you still got a lot of T's to cross and a lot of I's to dot. So let's talk about the free agents. Let's talk about these different free agents we have, Cowboy Nation, on the roster. as of now. This is what we got going on. Exclusive rights free agent. Now, for those of you who don't understand that, exclusive rights free agents are players that's only been in the league like 1 or 2 years, and so they're probably going to get a contract, league bare minimum contract, and they can't make any negotiations with other teams. And so we got Josh Butler. Now, Josh Butler played good when healthy, played very well. So I'm looking for the Dallas to sign him. Now, these kind of contracts, one can argue they being held hostage, but you only been in the league 1 to 2 years. So you either gonna sign a contract or you're gonna sit out for a whole year. So look forward to them signing the contract. I don't see a Josh Butler or a Reddy Stewart sitting out a whole year. And Reddy Stewart did pretty good. He just need more reps. He only been in the league 1 year. So now let's look at the restricted free agents. Look at the first name we see here, our kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Now, if a team actually offer him a contract, the Dallas Cowboys can't counter it, and I don't care how much this man asking for. You better match that contract. You better give him what he want. You gonna need a kicker. He's arguably the best kicker in the league. Arguably. I know he's top 1 or top 2. He ain't 3. He either 1 or 2. He most definitely ain't 3. You're going to need a TJ Bass, Brock Hoffman, and Wanye Thomas. Go ahead and re-sign them. If a team actually go after them, y'all better come back and counter offer whatever their team is trying to get for these guys. We need these guys. And of course, the unrestricted free agents. And the notable names is Jadeveon Clowney, Dante Fowler Jr. In my humble opinion, he didn't do much this season, but he's still good. Now, I'm not knocking him. He's still good. CJ Goodwin. Of course, George Pickens. He on the franchise tag now. Miles Sanders, Jalen Tolbert, Sam Williams, and Donovan Hitman Wilson. We need to keep them. Now, teams gonna, do what they do. I'm sure teams gonna go after these guys here. The notable guys that I just named. I'm sure they are. Dallas, don't be stupid. That's all I'm saying. If you prioritize, you can maximize. You cannot afford to lose them players I just called out. You really can't. You can't. You got to maximize, baby. And the only way you can maximize is prioritizing. Keep the folk you need that's already in-house. Quit making stupid mistakes. Mistake after mistake after mistake. Well, I'm going to lean on my young guy. Look, man. You need a veteran or two in every position. You need a veteran or two to teach the younger guys that's coming up. Not throwing them in the fire, not throwing them in the lion's den. Come on. Let's have some common sense when it comes to football. Just a little bit. The older teach the younger. That's how it's always been, baby. Let's keep it going. Don't change nothing that ain't broke. Quit trying to fix something that ain't broke. Quit being cheap. If you prioritize, you won't have to be cheap and you can maximize. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying that, Cowboy Nation. And I challenge y'all to say the same thing. You won't have to be cheap if you prioritize. Take care of your business on Front Street, front office. Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Will McClay. Do what you got to do to make this team better. All right, Cowboy Nation, that's my time. And I truly thank you for your time. Remember, share this content. Share it with a friend. Share it with a neighbor. Share it with a stranger. Share it with your significant other and even your enemy. And maybe y'all might become cool after talking about the Dallas Cowboys. DC for a life.
majestic sound.